What's up, everybody? What's going on? Y'all know what it is. It's Tales from the Jails. We're here live in Power USA. TNS Media Group is as the team and family. I almost said the fiend. I was thinking about some
No, man. What you thinking back in the day? What you living life back in the day, Tawfiq?
Nah, man.
You talking about the fiend. The TNS is the fiend. Okay. Bring the fiends
I'm
to
thinking about some fiends.
Only thing.
Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Early Bird, Get the Worm, Not on Duty. James the Flames, 215 Nitro. You know, John Michael. You know, everybody that's a part of the team. So yeah, what's going on, y'all? It's like in Philadelphia, man. It's a little cloudy out, man. A little humid. You know, a little warm. Thinking we about to get some cold weather this weekend. I heard about to get a little chilly again.
Yeah, I looked at it. You know, I'm like a hood reporter. I look at the actual news and what they say, and then I break it down in my terms and give it to the people from my angle.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, because they don't really be accurate. They don't really know. They be saying, yeah, it's going to rain, and it might not rain at that time. So I know how to, then they might say a downpour, and it's a spittle. You know what a spittle is, right? Like spittle. It's like, that's not a downpour. That's like little drops.
Oh yeah.
So, but I know how to break it down. Like I really could have been like, what they call that line of work?
When you grow your hair though, when you grow your hair, you got the same, you know, Yugi Washington hairline. You got the same joint like Yugi Washington.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the same joint. But yeah, so you could have been a meteorologist.
Meteorologist. There you go.
Yeah,
right.
You could have. Yeah.
Call me 215 meteorologist is alive.
Meteorologist.
Yeah, meteorologist. I like that.
Yeah. Don't forget that the R in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Professor Head.
What?
Professor Head.
I'll do it.
Oh my goodness gracious. Go ahead, man.
You gotta be careful, man. Like, you just be just blurting out stuff. Now they just say anything, man. But yeah, man. So you know, like I said, man. Oh, it's starting to rain now. We can see it here through the windows, man. It's starting to rain, so we gonna lock in. You know what I'm saying? This storm, like, you know, this rainy day, and you know, get it popping, man. So we got they got some stuff going on. Whereas though, you know, it's I don't know. This been going on before, like the this been going on for years. Probably before. I mean, before we was even born. You know, certain individuals get sentenced, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they get sentenced, they do things like laugh at the life sentence, put the middle finger up, talk crazy to the family, the victim's family. You know, talk crazy to the judge. All this different stuff. Do you think they do that because it's over? There's nothing left to do. There's no more coming back into this courtroom. There's no more sitting in front of this jury. The circus has ended. You would never come out of here again because that's a sentencing. So the sentencing, like they're sentencing you and sending you on your way. So this is their last chance for people to see them before they're shipped off to the mountains to join the other lost, so to say, lost causes that got life and so forth in prison. Now, I'm not saying lost cause mean like, you know, like down, you know, playing anybody's situation, but you know, when you got life in prison, like it's like a lost cause, like it's nothing that you really can do unless you get some rhythm and get back in front of the judge and get that time, you know, taken back. But they're looking at you and writing you off and sending you off to be a number.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your last situation. Like we just saw something in Mississippi with the boy Juan Perez in Mississippi. Mm-hmm. He's put his middle finger up at the cameras. Young guy too.
At the judge, at the families.
Yeah, he's doing all this stuff in the camera.
He was sentenced to life in prison. Yeah,
and now his opportunity, instead of showing remorse for what he did, because he killed a guy like in a hotel or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And no, he killed the wrong guy. He was chasing a guy in a hotel. And he went out the back of the hotel, the side of the hotel, and it was a car riding past. I think it was like a blue Lincoln. It was an innocent bystander. He fired shots to kill the innocent man who had nothing to do with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then the getaway car pull up. He hops in the back of the getaway car because he shot the car up. The bull, they killed the guy. He crashed. So he crashed the car. They hop in the getaway car and they pull up on the car and fire. He fires more shots into the car. So of course he had somebody in the car with him. He had a female and another male with him. And they both testified against him. Ultimately got him cooked. Like, you know, some oodles and noodles. But why? Let's get to this. Why do people think people do this type stuff?
My opinion, Tawfiq, my experiences, with dealing with individuals that go down and have a hefty case, because you can't just say it for any cases or something. Matter of fact, I can use it for overall cases. People that show that defiance in the courtroom. Would I have come me just because I come to realize it as this don't mean the next man gonna realize it that they might take it as something else. But me as being an ex-convict, a rehabilitated convict, and see, I have acted out, during certain hearings, and the hearing wasn't going in my favor, and I didn't like what I was hearing at the time, and I'm sitting there behind the table, cuffed up or whatever, and I'm not even making eye contact with the judge while he's talking, and that's a sign of disrespect. And what I've come again, what I'm ready to say to the family right now in the audience, what I break it down as a cry out for help, man. It's a defiant plea. It's a you know that your life is now over with. Like it's a cry out, it's a lash out. When you do that to a kid or something, just think about it. The psychology of it. When you do something to a kid, take something or something, and you gotta start training there, sit there and look at you and pop their lips, and even though they still ain't got the toy, but they still acting out in this manner. It's a defiance, it's a cry out, it's a I don't care you did that. You know what I'm saying? But inside you are broken to pieces, smithereens, bro. Smithereens. Not to say that this is a excuse for them to do that. No, this is a whining. This is what I'm saying. This is a not taking accountability, and you ain't standing on it because you're still sitting in there defiant. You're proving guilty of something heinous or something like that. Show a little bit of humiliation, humbleness. Like, okay, even if you got a spirit of defiance and you want to get back in the courts and do this, or have that, but show humility with you. When it's like that and it's personal, it touched you. It affected him. Him be sitting there, yeah, F y'all, and him, the dude in the Fulio murder case. What was his name? The dark skin heavy set boy. I forgot his name. I don't like to be bringing up certain people and don't got the proper information with me. But for you guys that probably followed the Fulio murder trial, and seen all the guys that just escaped the death penalty and get natural life, but it was one of them. I forgot the dark skin heavy set when he was up there. He was laughing and he was yawning while they was deciding on whether they get life in prison or death. He was laughing. Do you think that is a laughing? Can you put yourself in them shoes and think? Just think, would you be laughing? You be in that joint, heart pounding out your chest, tears in your eyes, and I don't know what else you got going on, but you got a whole lot going on other than thinking, I'm gonna say F y'all or laugh or yawn like something ain't interesting when your life is in the brink of just destruction. That's how I just sum that up.
It's like a false sense of bravado. Like they just trying to, that's their last hurrah. So it's like they gotta go out with a bang. You know what I mean? Ultimately, now I just want to say this though, like they know they're guilty, and like you said, the judge is gonna probably hit them with something. My hands are tied.
No, see, they only say that.
Life is life.
No.
If you say, I'm hearing about, but a judge say, if you know a judge is gonna give you, if you go in there and fold your hands like this,
that's why I was just ready to say,
and look at the judge and be cooperative, he's gonna give you life, right? But if you go in there, put your middle finger up, he's gonna give you life plus 50. What's the difference?
It was all the same thing.
So the thing is, people just probably like, man, I'm cooked anyway, so I'm gonna go in here and do this. Not saying it's right, because there are individuals, family members who are there and they are hurt by this, whatever may have happened. And then you're in there, put your middle finger up, making funny faces in the camera. You're not showing any remorse for the person in the family that was harmed. That's what makes it
and then
a little bit more difficult.
And then ultimately, it's more stuff this is ready to open up a can of worms, right? And from me thinking from an ex-convict point of view, me knowing the defiance behind them actions acted out in the courtroom upon getting sentenced or found guilty, the road to recovery is nowhere near in sight for him, because he still hasn't taken accountability. With accountability comes a little bit of respect. Because with accountability, it's like, all right, I knew what I was out here doing. They done booked me solid. You wouldn't be acting out like that in the courtroom, whoever he putting his middle finger to, whether it be the judge or the victim's family members and stuff like that. You're acting out in a childish manner. So that tells me further that the road to I mean, rehabilitation and recovery is far off for that individual, bro. Far off. He's nowhere near the point to where as though he like, man, I gotta take accountability. I did this to myself. It wasn't nobody else, my mom, my dad, my friends. It was me who committed this act. And once you stand on it and you take accountability, the healing process be a lot easier. Like he's gonna have a long road in prison, bro.
He's a kid, man.
You can look at him. You can tell how he was at. He's gonna have a very hefty. I'm talking about from obeying orders, because it's a whole nother set of rules you got to follow in prison. Not only do you have to follow the rules of the administration of the officials of the orderly running of the prison, you have to follow the internal rules, which is the convict rules. So you got to follow two different sets of rules in there now. Out here, whereas though we just got to abide by the laws of the land that we live in, which is Pennsylvania and the governor of that, and we're governed by our laws. In prison, you're governed by prison laws, which is the police officers and all that, the laws that they put in place, and then you got to abide by the convict rules in there. So with that being said, man, he has a very long road of rehabilitation ahead of him. Like he done slid down a razor blade into an alcohol river. For dudes who go in there like that, man, his first days is just, because he already on tilt. If he doing that to a judge and the people in the family courtroom, the victims' family members, what you think he doing to fellow convicts, or his attitude around them and how he displaying himself? What you think, Tawfiq?
I think that, I also want to say something, because when you look at this type of situation, I just want to say this first. He's also representing his parents. So if you see your son doing that, right? May Allah protect your son and your family from going through that. But if that was like, if you had to be a parent to that person who committed the crime, committed the act, and then, you see him acting like that in court, what are you saying to them?
You can't really. The next time I get to talk to him is when he call. I can't speak to him in the courtroom. I might shout out because everything is going crazy now, because the judge is in there saying, yo, order in the court. Yo, you can't do that, sir, such and such and such. Bail. If yo, stop. It's a whole bunch of, like, everything is disrupted when he start these actions.
Mm-hmm.
So now if I'm his father, I probably got a free little 10 seconds. Like, hey Jackson, man, what you doing, man? Man up, what's up, man? But I'm not trying to do none of that, man.
Yeah.
Like I want to wait to talk to him in the back, like, because this thing is going to be crazy. Once he start acting in that manner, it's a whole bunch of, like, they'll probably postpone the court date. For whatever proceeding that was for his guilty verdict, or for upon getting sentenced, whatever it may be, because he's disruly in the courtroom. You understand what I'm saying, Tawfiq?
Yeah. So it's like these people, because also I seen it with other guys too. I seen grown men, not just young guys. I saw grown men do some crazy, wild things when they were getting sentenced. But it's over now. It's basically done, man. You might as well just take your time like a man. Be cordial and be respectful, and then just take it like a man. Take the time they handed down like a man. You did the crime, you did it. Just take the time. Just go ahead and just accept it.
That's how I see it.
You know what I mean? And then ultimately, all this other gestures and things you're saying, all this other stuff that you got going on, really don't matter, because it make you look stupid at the end of the day.
Yeah. But it don't matter. It ain't going to change the verdict. It can get you a couple more years. It can be an addition. Like I say, addition. That means adding to the sentence, over some outlandish remarks to the judge or to the family members of the victim on the case. So yeah, man, that's a bad joint. Tawfiq. That's a bad joint, man, to have that attitude, man, until they grow some, and everything comes back to accountability. Whether you on the street and you at a job, or whatever the case may be, or you in a relationship, this is not just a jail thing that a person needs, accountability for jail. No, this is for all aspects of life, accountability. Because you're going to take accountability when you paid them bills, when you got that car fixed, when you got, something that happens good in somebody's life, Tawfiq, you're going to take accountability fast.
For sure.
I'm talking about, you're going to be the one chest out. I made sure that the heat working and all that. You go shopping. You take all that type of accountability. Accountability comes in wrong and right. Accountability comes behind both of them.
Did you ever do anything like that? Did you ever put your middle finger up
to a judge?
Yeah.
No. The most I ever did was like look away. I wasn't paying attention, and they might say something. I'm like, huh? But it's still like I might as well put my middle finger up because it was still acts of defiance in front of the court of law, like person that's got my life in their hands.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that equates up to a middle finger, I would say.
Now, we've seen also females do this already. We saw females do it. Not probably so, I don't know, not so much as men. I saw something where this lady had, this woman, I should say, she had killed her kids and put them in a freezer. And they was basically like reading her charges or whatever and sentencing her, I believe. And she's like, hurry up, let's get this over with. I don't got it. Like basically, like, hurry up, get over it. I don't got all
Is that the joint I just sent you?
I don't think so.
Or is she or you seen it? You seen it. You seen how she was acting out.
Yeah, she's like, well, I want to get over with. Like, come on, like, I ain't got time. It's time like you killed your, you know, your daughter. She was only 10 and you killed this kid. It was this, you know what I mean? So, because women act out too.
Yeah. Yeah, they lose their mind.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, people, you know, both male and female have this trait sometimes to just to act out because, like I said, it's their last hurrah.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah, but it's still a act of childish and defiance.
Yeah, I agree.
In my book. You agree with that, bro?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, because like you said, at the end of the day, what is that accomplishing you? Who are you making sad?
Yourself.
Yeah, like who have you affected with this defiant act upon receiving the verdict of a heinous crime that you may have done, or a sentence that may be handed down to you?
Mm.
You know what I mean? For the Muslims that's out there, man, prayer is great in the rain. Not just prayer, but dua.
Yeah, it's coming down. It's coming down out there real heavy. Now, let's get to like the actual victim's family, right? I'm gonna ask this question. So the victim's family, right, is sitting there through a long, strenuous trial. Trial is long a lot of times. Everybody ain't taking deals. So a long, strenuous trial where you got to sit there and watch this person sit there and do stuff, move around in the seat, put their middle finger up and say certain things, look back at you and smile. What's keeping them from hopping over that? Because seeing people have hopped over that railing and go up there and swinging.
See, but now they make sure that they got the courtrooms full of marshals strategically placed throughout the courtroom. It'd be 2 marshals on the side of you, 1 behind you, and their job is to watch you this whole. And then they know the profile. They know the cases this high profile, the Wild Jones and stuff like that. They know all that, so they be more alert on them type of cases too. So, like I said, it'd be a bunch more officers in certain courtrooms than not. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, and then half the time, sometimes, like at sentencing and all that, you don't have like during trial, they can't cuff you. So you'll come in there, but that's when they be on your line. But during sentencing, you have been found guilty, so you are a prisoner now. So now it's nothing for you to come in front of the judge with your shackles and cuffs and leg irons on and stuff like that. So, you know, it's a little bit easier to control you when you're shackled and, you know, leg irons and stuff like that. Oh, good brother Tawfiq.
Yeah, I mean, like I couldn't deal with that. Looking back at me smiling, middle finger and all that. I couldn't deal with it. I love him to say you better than if I couldn't deal with it.
Deal with what?
Somebody doing that.
Well, if you was a
somebody
judge?
Killed my family.
Oh. No, so by you, so what's your next move then if you couldn't deal with it?
I'll probably get up and walk out the courtroom. I'm not gonna put myself in a situation where I'm gonna go to jail. Hopping over that railing, that's an assault charge.
Yeah, that's definitely an assault charge.
Contempt of court.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that.
But it could be a knockout too. You get right to him. Ush! He go right out. You'll get a little bit of gratification at that moment. You see him all laid out.
Is it worth a 6 hour in a district?
Yeah, that might be for me. That might be.
Like, dang, he killed Tawfiq, man. Yeah. For that. He like, yeah, I got him. No, I got him with good.
Yeah, especially if I broke his jaw and all that. I get over there and get him good. Boom, bang, boom, and blow him all the way up.
No, dude.
That's a.
Well, it's my bad. He said blow him all the way up. It's cool. My bad. That wasn't now, dude. Like
God damn. Boy, he got a trigger, happy trigger finger. Yeah. But I break over and blow him up. Yeah. That will be worth it. That will be pleasing. I will be satisfied, like to a certain degree. Like Now, when you wake up and you in the hospital after your sentence or whatever the case may be, you back in the infirmary.
Little stompages and everything.
Yeah, all that. Good joints. Couple elbows before they got on me. Oh, my eyes. Yeah, I feel real good. Like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, you getting on the bus. I'm probably out. Well, I'm like 6 hours. I'm cool. I'm taking that. And have the police down there, if they had a family member or a brother or somebody to them that this happened to, they'd do the same thing. I'm talking about this is what sane people think. We're not talking what, an idiot would do. That's an emotion, because it'd be emotional for me. That's an emotional factor. And for one like you that can get up and walk out the back of the courtroom, you have great strengths over your emotions. I'm hopping a joint real fast. I'm lining something up where I can get a little closer. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, you see, like, I ain't gonna lie, if I had the opportunity to do that,
yeah,
I might take it.
Yeah, for the 6 hours, the trade-off for the 6 hours, cool.
And on that metal bench in the district, screaming turnkey.
Yeah, man, bring me an extra juice.
No, don't give you no juice no more.
With milk?
Water.
With water bottle?
Yeah, water bottle and cheese sandwich.
Yeah, man, that's a bad joint right
Yeah,
there.
I'll probably take that for you. Yeah, that was you. I'm taking
easy.
I probably clear the whole, the bar in the front,
because it's low.
I'm gonna clear it without even touching
it.
Yeah, right over.
I might land where he at. Like it might be a single bam, boom, because it's gonna be done out of silver. I'm gonna get something off, something nice too. And he right there, he control. He's captive, so everything is open for the goodness from him. Only ducking he got is like to try to bob and weave.
So you got to feign him first. You got to feign him.
No, he might be so shocked that you did it, you ain't got to do none of that.
The feint always get him every time. You feint like you gonna throw the right and then come, or feint the left and come with the right. It land every time, cause he gonna show you which way he trying to duck into the punch. So after you feint him, you hit him. And I'm clearing, like I said, I'm clearing the whole railing.
C Dollar Bills said. Shout out to C Dollar Bills. He said, "Why don't they ever go at the jurors? They are the ones who finds them guilty, right?" Yeah, I ain't never seen nobody go at a juror. You ain't lied about that.
Yeah, but the jury just doing they just like the judge.
People going at the judge. People middle fingering the judge. I ain't never seen nobody take course of action or be mad with the jury.
Because they try to be nice.
Jury.
They try to be nice to the jury.
But after it's over, after it's over, they don't see him no more. But they could be doing it right there once they go and get up. I stand guilty, find defendant guilty. You got your time right there.
I saw something where they found somebody guilty, right? They said I found a person not guilty of this charge, and then they said we found him, but we do find him guilty of first-degree murder. The person was like, yes, like they thought that it was over.
Oh yeah, and what was he guilty?
Yeah, it was a not guilty charge from the first charge, and there was a guilty everything else. But they said not guilty first.
Yeah. For
the first charge, it was a woman, so she like yes, but they like no, but do find her guilty on first-degree murder.
Yeah,
she was like,
they played with,
brought her back to reality.
That was a vicious mental tech game right there.
Yeah,
vicious.
Yeah, so it's like when you see these type of situations, man, you see these people doing this inside the courtroom. It's a sign of disrespect, man. Disrespect, man. I think that I've yet to see it like personally see it myself like done live.
Mm-hmm.
Always seen people be like very, very humble, especially when facing like with like a murder or something serious. They be real humble because they know what this holds. The weight of that. Mm-hmm. The weight of a murder is what?
Life. I'm saying you can come under and get, but the ultimate weight of a murder is life in the penitentiary, and that's just it.